Washington abruptly cutting off talks with one of its oldest partners to a record-shattering AI deal between Google and Anthropic. And oil prices surging as sanctions upend the energy map. The world's financial order is being rewritten in real time. And later in our deep dive, Japan's new Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi unveils an ambitious policy blueprint that could redefine both her nation's economy and its defense posture. What does this mean for Japan's role in Asia and for global markets? We'll break it all down. Welcome to Finance Pulse, and here are the top headlines of the day. A sudden shock in North American trade relations. US President Donald Trump has announced that he is ending trade negotiations with Canada, bringing talks between the two economic partners to a halt. Trump said the decision came in direct response to an ad released by the government of Ontario, which used audio from a Ronald Reagan speech criticizing tariffs. The US president called the ad disrespectful and said it made further talks pointless. Next to Silicon Valley, where Google has just inked one of the largest AI infrastructure deals ever made. Alphabet's Google will supply up to 1 million of its specialized AI chips to Anthropic, the fast-growing artificial intelligence company behind the Claude chatbot. The deal, reportedly worth tens of billions of dollars, significantly strengthens Google's partnership with Anthropic, in which it already holds a major investment stake. This arrangement gives Anthropic unprecedented computing power to train and run large-scale AI models, while reinforcing Google's dominance as a key cloud infrastructure provider in the race for AI supremacy, a race that also includes OpenAI, Microsoft, and Amazon. Meanwhile, global oil prices are surging, climbing to their highest level since June after the US imposed sweeping sanctions on major Russian oil producers, Rosneft and Lukoil. Brent crude is trading near $66 a barrel, up about 7% this week, while West Texas Intermediate is just below $62. The sanctions have disrupted Russian crude exports, particularly to India, one of Moscow's biggest buyers. Several Chinese refiners have also paused their purchases, fueling fears of tighter global supply. Now to our Finance Pulse deep dive, where we turn to Japan, a nation entering a new era under Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi, who just delivered her first major policy address to Parliament. Takaichi's speech outlined a sweeping agenda that blends strong defense, social reform, and fiscal discipline, marking one of the most ambitious policy resets in Japan's recent history. At the heart of her announcement, a dramatic increase in defense spending. Japan will now allocate 2% of its GDP towards defense in the current fiscal year, bringing it in line with NATO standards and signaling a decisive break from Japan's traditionally pacifist approach. Takaichi, known for her tough stance on China, emphasized that Japan must adapt to what she called a world shaken by shifting power balances and intensifying geopolitical competition. She specifically highlighted growing military activity from China, North Korea, and Russia as serious concerns, and pledged to deepen security partnerships with the United States, South Korea, and the Quad Alliance, which includes Australia and India. But her vision isn't limited to defense. Economically, Takaichi's government is rolling out a pro-growth and pro-family agenda aiming to strengthen Japan's middle and working class while keeping fiscal sustainability intact. Among the major reforms, raising the basic income deduction to 1.6 million yen, creating tax exemptions for low-income households, and abolishing a temporary petrol tax to help ease cost of living pressures. Essential workers like nurses and caregivers will also see wage hikes. Takaichi framed these policies as part of what she called a virtuous cycle, boosting incomes, improving consumer confidence, driving business profits, and ultimately raising government revenues without increasing tax rates. Crucially, she promised that every stimulus measure will be guided by responsible, proactive fiscal policy, ensuring Japan retains the confidence of financial markets while pursuing growth. This dual focus, national security and household stability, reflects Takaichi's attempt to balance Japan's role as a regional power with a domestic promise of prosperity and reform. And with global markets watching closely, Japan's next steps could ripple far beyond Tokyo, shaping both the Indo-Pacific balance and investor sentiments across Asia. So that's all in Finance Pulse for today. Follow the Finance 360 for more.